This is collection THX1138. Today I would like to share with you my original vintage 1979 Star Trek board game by Milton Bradley. Your objective is to complete 3 missions and return to your home starbase. It's a boldly game where no man has gamed before. Let me do that by recapping a solo game that I played. This is a 27-inch by 27-inch board. And this is what it looks like before you put the sector tiles on and add tokens and cards. There are 6 triangular sector spaces, and they're held onto the board by these blue clips. Each player got 4 mission cards to start the game. They need to complete 3 of them and return to home base to win the game. When a Federation Starship lands on an unexplored planet, he does not have to do so by exact count. He picks a star card from the pile, in this case a secret Klingon outpost and form Federation Command, which happens to be one of his missions he needs to complete. Places his blue marker on the letter D to claim that as an explored planet in the Vulcan sector. He moves his completed mission card to his home base. That is his 3rd completed mission. Now he could move across the board back to home base to attempt to win the game. At the beginning of the game, Red Federation Starship had controlled 2 stars in his own sector. Star E was a black hole. Star B was a hidden Romulan outpost. Those happened to be 2 cards that yellow Federation Starship needed. As soon as those were revealed, I placed a yellow token behind the red token so I could tell that yellow needed that star to complete a mission. So yellow Starship did not have far to travel into red sector to take control by exact count on impulse power of star B, then E. Then I removed the red token and replaced it with yellow when yellow took control of that star. Earlier in the game, Blue Federation Starship explored green sector planet B, which happened to be advanced civilization, new technology. You may add 1 to each move. Since that wasn't one of his objectives, I kept the token off the letter B. Tokens on the star letters indicate that those are completed missions. So every time he rolls the dice, as long as he controls that star, he bumps up one of the dice 1 space. So instead of moving 7, he can move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The green starship landed on unexplored star A in the Earth sector. The star card that he drew was Hostile Aliens Attack, Starship Disabled. So he returned that to the bottom of the star card deck, and he had to return to his home base. One of Green's mission cards says, transfer alien ambassador to another player's ship. Must land on other ship by exact count. Since this is a gameplay recap demonstration, yellow had moved there, so on Green's next turn, he rolled an 8. So Green can now attempt to land on yellow by exact count. That's when you take advantage of the unique space connections here. So he moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then landed on yellow by exact count for 8, and he completed that mission and put his card next to his home base. So getting set back actually worked out for him. Now yellow had also completed all of his missions. Since Green landed on him by exact count, he could actually place him anywhere on the board, but yellow's star base is over here, so he still has a ways to go. But Green put him farther away, because here's the rules. You can land on or pass over other players without penalty, exception when you land on another player, in this case yellow, who has completed 3 missions, which he has, and is returning home, you can send that player anywhere on the board. So the green Federation Starship moves the yellow Federation Starship to planet E in Vulcan sector. So yellow Federation Starship was 21 spaces away from reaching his home starbase and winning the game. Star E in the Vulcan sector was controlled by red. That happened to be a neutron star, and he had completed his mission of exploring the neutron star. So Rule 6 explored stars, you can take over control of an explored star by landing on the star space by exact count. But the note says if his mission was already completed, then your action has no effect on the status of his mission. It remains completed. So red maintains control of that star. So his 3 missions remain complete, and he can now return to red starbase to attempt to win the game. Now plotting his course, you would actually have to move through yellow starbase in order to move 16 spaces to red starbase. So if it's a race to the finish, he has a pretty good chance against yellow. So on red's turn, he rolled 2 6s. So this rule 6 says when you roll doubles, you can move yourself or an opponent the count showing on the dice. But none of his opponents are close to completing their mission because yellow has been sent far away from yellow base. So he will move the full 12 spaces. Mr. Sulu, warp factor 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So that's actually 17 spaces total. Now if someone rolls doubles, and that's Snake Eyes, they can move red 2 spaces away. By the way, I got 2 1s after rolling those 2 6s. That happened to be yellow's roll, so he will move red starship back 2 spaces. So yellow starship will gamble that his next series of rolls will be better than red's. Red rolled a 9 and won the game by returning to his home starbase. You could house roll it to say that you have to land by exact count to win the game, because the printed rules do not state that. First player to reach his home starbase after completing 3 missions wins the game. It does not say anything about exact count. Since he's 7 spaces away from his home starbase, with my house rule of having to land by exact count, you could either move 1 on impulse power, or move 7 spaces to red base, then go past his home base, 2, and on his next turn, you could either roll a 2 or move ahead 1 space on impulse power, then win the game on impulse power by moving 1 space onto his home starbase. Either way, it was a mere formality for red starship to win the game. Blue still needed to find his Quasar or secret Klingon outpost. Green had a more than difficult task of going from Vulcan all the way to Earth, or finding a nova. And since yellow had been pushed back so far, there's no way he was going to win the race to his yellow home base to win the game, even though he had completed 3 missions. So this is what the board looked like at the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed this look at Star Trek the Game by Milton Bradley. Check out my playlist of Star Wars and other collectibles. Please subscribe and click send me updates so you don't miss another interesting video. Once again, thanks for watching.